It's YouTube, babies. So this is I'll start with this because I have stuff to talk about in the YouTubes. I'm like, little things happen to me. I'm like, I need to tell Jake about this, and I usually forget something. I've been writing them down. But do you want to do the March Madness since we've already missed like the first week and most people's brackets are busted already?
That's up to you.
I mean, it doesn't really matter one way or the other to me. It's just I'm like, I found out that the guy who has the best string of nicknames is no longer out. He was a St. Louis boy.
hmm
Did you see this guy?
hmm
Okay,
I
Larry
watched
Nerd.
we watched their game against Michigan or whoever they played where they
I
lost.
gotcha. Yeah, and I guess Florida lost, and I guess they were one of the favorites.
Mhm.
So, I mean, unless you just want to be a booze hound and root for the Boozer twins.
Who?
So, you've probably seen Carlos Boozer back in the would have been like kind of late 2000s, like '09 to he was on the Bulls for a good bit. It was like this year where they were like the Bulls were like, guys, we got this cap space. We're gonna get fucking LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And then they're like, no, you're not. You're getting fucking Carlos Boozer.
Kind of like LeBron.
Yeah. Like the best thing that he because I mean he's a good player. He was a good player. But the best thing is like he would get fouled after making a shot. He'd be like, and one. But he's got two twins. I didn't know this story, but this is kind of a neat story. His two twins are were only born because his one son got this like when he was I think like one or two, maybe not even that old, got this fucking rare type of cancer. And the only way they could cure it is if they had stem cells, but to find the stem cells, they had to get an exact genetic match. So then like him and his wife are like, "Oh shit, this is what we got to do. I'm going to get all my eggs and we're going to try to find one that would have the closest to be the genetic match." And then they did IVF with the two eggs that would work, or I don't know if it was more than two because I know with that there's you can do like 80 and only two of them work. But they did that and had the two kids. They used the stem cells, saved the other kid, and then those two kids are like gonna get in the NBA draft this year.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I just Googled him and I do recognize this guy.
Yeah, he has like a beard where it's like, dude, do you put like that stuff that balding people put on their head to make it look like they have hair, but on your beard? Because that's what it looks like, bud.
I get what you mean, but if you look at it while it's grown out, I think it's
Yeah,
legit.
I mean, if it is, I'm jealous. All right, and then I got two stories about the gym. I'll save those for last. And I was just thinking, I was at the grocery store. And I had the weirdest, like I have the weirdest fear doing self-checkout. And I don't know if you have any weird fears you want to share, but I'm like I'm worried, always worried I'll be do a really good job at self-checkout and like the manager will see me and I'm like, "Sir, how did you get a job here?" Because you're bagging these so good.
Boy, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that.
I mean, because I throw it every time. I do a bad job on purpose. I'm like, oh, I don't know where this stuff goes. If only
Just
there
like
was a
wrestling
professional
with the
here.
bag.
Yeah, like I fall down.
Oh, that's
What's a
funny.
dumb weird fear you have?
Um, I don't know if I have one that's kind of on that level, man.
Just make something up. Be stupid. Come on. Like I'm afraid of the letter Z. Just what's written out, not when I like say it. Zorro freaks me the fuck out, bro.
I I was not prepared for this at all.
It's okay. Let us know down below
I'm
though,
I'm
guys.
just a normal man.
You're just an innocent man.
Exactly.
Let's. Oh, I know what your fear is. It's doing a Scrubs cast.
Yeah, you are correct. That is a deep-seated fear.
Okay. Then the other day, I was sitting at my parents and we were talking, and mom like she had gotten an email from the Godzilla store. 'Cause she's bought me stuff from there before. She's like, "Oh, look, would you want any of these?" I'm like, "Ah, I like the Smog Monster. That one's pretty cool." I said Hedorah. She's like, "Which one's that?" I'm like, "That one." She's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And she's like, "Now, who's the turtle that's like Godzilla?" I'm like, "That's Gamera." She's like, "Do you like him?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a tattoo of him, Mom." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so she goes to the Godzilla store, starts typing in Gamera. I'm like, "Mom, he will not be on the Godzilla store." She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Mom, I have a tattoo of him. I am sure." She's like,
Well,
"I got an
she
email. I got an email about him the other day." I'm like, "Yeah, but it wouldn't have been the Godzilla store." She's like, "Then what would it have been?" I'm like, "Not the Godzilla store. They're owned by different companies, Mom." And she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes. This is something I know about." And we finally figured out it was from the um X Plus because I got the same email and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah, it's North American X Plus." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Did you want that?" I'm like, "I did. That's why I bought it." She's like, "Oh, okay, perfect." She's like, "I'm glad I didn't do it." I'm like, "Yeah, me too."
she's just looking out for you.
I know. I mean, I appreciate it, but it was just funny. She's like, "Are you sure this thing that's your weird autistic special interest that you that I'm pretty sure I know more than you."
You're just like motioning to the room behind you
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. I'm like, "What do you think?"
You dabble.
Okay, then lastly, this would have been last Tuesday. I was deadlifting. I'll start with the deadlifting one and I'll end with the one that happened today. I was deadlifting and I'm like, it was only 365, which, wasn't too bad. And I pick it up though. As I pick up, I'm like, ah, I cough and like a piece of phlegm just flies out of my mouth.
Oh, ew.
I'm just like, that's gross. So when I finished up, I wiped it up, of course. And then,
Okay, that was my really next and only question.
yeah, no, I wiped it up, but it was after I was done altogether. I was like, I'm not gonna, not in between breaks, I'm gonna do this. But when I was all done, I was like, okay, now I'll do it.
I
Now that
would
the
have
weights
done
are
it
picked up,
immediately.
just drop the weight. I'm like, oh, I gotta go clean this up.
Well, like once you're done with that
Yeah.
machine,
Well, it was a deadlift platform, so it's just on like the ground. But then today, I'm in the deadlift squat room of the gym because like, we have that, and then we have the kind of like the bodybuilding room, and then the machine room. And so I was in the deadlift squat room, and I'm squatting, and I'm like, there's this powerlifting event that's gonna happen next month. I'm like, I kind of want to do that, so I kind of want to see where I'm at. And so I get I'm working my way up. I'm at 325. I do that for a couple reps. I'm like, okay, that feels easy. I'll go up a little bit more. And this is the most I've done since I was in the hospital. It was 335. And I get it on my back. I'm about to go down. I have my earphones in. I'm like, I gotta fart. And I farted, and it was loud enough that it went over my music.
was there
I
anyone
start,
else in there?
no one was in there, but I'm like, there was other people in the other room. They probably heard it because it echoed.
Yeah, they definitely did.
And I just started laughing. So it took me like, with it on my back, like a good solid 15 seconds to stop laughing before I could squat. But
At least you didn't come to find out you'd shit your pants.
yeah, right. I mean, that's why I quit early though, because I was like, after that, I was like, I had to get to the farm kind of early today. And after that, I was like, I don't really want to push on the leg press. And then when I got home, I just took a big old dump. I'm like, yeah, it was a good decision. But speaking of the powerlifting, I was thinking about this too. Powerlifting event. This is what I want to see if you'd be interested. You want to do a gentleman's bet on like an over under on my grand total for the three lifts, the powerlifting, of the powerlifting total, so it'd be bench press, squat, deadlift.
Sure, but I don't
I'll
know a single thing about any of it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'll just say what I think what my goal total is. And you can say, I think you'll get that. Oh, think you do more than that over, or you think you'll do under, less under. I pick the opposite. Then we'll do the wings or more our standard bet.
Okay, that works.
So I was adding up in my head. I think I could do 1,010 pounds total. So that would be between the three.
I think you do more.
Okay. I'm hoping. I hope so. But I'm like 1,010's like not enough that if I can hit that I'd be happy. But at the same time if I could do more I'd be really fucking happy.
Hmm. Well, nothing shadows the belief that I have in you.
Thanks, man. So that means
Yeah.
they'll be there, right?
Let me
Right?
know when.
I think April 11th, all fucking day at a restaurant.
Ooh.
Like, oh, shit.
Uh, we had a
Like,
lot of fun.
you're like, I actually get my hair cut that day. Oh.
Oh man.
So yeah, guys, if you're listening to this and you want to sit at a restaurant called Sliders, which I've never been to, in Central Illinois, for literally from 9 a.m. till probably 5 p.m., come on over.
Yeah. Don your Casey shirts
Yes.
so they know.
I mean, hey, I'll take a Two Worlds podcast, but if you wear any comic headquarters bullshit, I will fight you.
Bullshit, he says. All right. Oop, I need an opener. Um,
And guys, don't forget, let us know your greatest fear. Jake's is the show Scrubs. He's like a black man and a white man being friends. No, thank you.
okay, do not joke, sir. That is not true at all.
He's like, I started to watch that movie Green Book with Viggo Mortensen because I love Viggo, but then I was like, what? This Italian's no longer racist by the end of the movie? Ugh. My
Oh
YouTube
my
has been
gosh.
showing that to me again because it's like it went
Perfect.
like about in like fall. It was like, ah, you're gonna watch the Green Book all in YouTube Shorts the way that the director wanted, and then now it's like, well, guess what? You're getting a rewatch party of the Green Book. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a pretty good movie.
In 30-second intervals.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we move on?
Let's move it. Move it, move it. I like to move it. Move it. Okay, I'm good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds Podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Slade to my Rose. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you?
Just shaking my head at all your yarns that you're spinning.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I'll say this though. I don't like being Slade. I mean, I love Deathstroke, but boy, I like him a little bit older than that.
well, you
By a
should
little
have
bit, I mean, guys, I mean a lot older.
you should have
Not
thought
not a
about
little,
that
like
before I
like a
made up this
good
opener.
a good bit older.
Well, too bad.
Did we have any
Your Slade.
YouTube comments this year?
This year?
Yeah, this week.
Yeah, I'll read the only one that matters. It came from Nick
Oh,
last week. Um, this was in regards to us talking about the Arnold stuff. He said Commando is an early Arnold doing generic action hero things. So if you're a red-blooded male, you might enjoy it.
shit. Doesn't work for either of us. I was talking to Nick about that because I saw him this weekend and he was talking to me like the only thing I knew about Commando, it's like Arnold when the iPhone had the 4K cameras, like in the square. He came out with a phone case that was him holding the bazooka from Commando,
Oh,
but it's the
nice.
it's the camera part. I'm like, that's all I knew about that movie.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't know that. All right,
But
and we had
was there no other comments by somebody about a scrub? What was it? Scrubs cast?
no,
Oh,
there
okay,
wasn't.
okay.
You just made that up.
I could have swore I saw something about like some type of
No,
podcast about the hit show. Is it pronounced Scrubs or Scroobs?
couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about it.
Well, maybe we should do a podcast about it.
Nah.
Guys, let us know down below. Should we have a Scrubs cast?
Trying for the second week in a row. Um, no, we did have another comment through a message that will lead into our Fantastic Four, so we'll get to that one later. But now it's time for the news. I'll start. I think I have one or two more. We'll start on a bummer. Sam Keith died this week. Sam Keith, he created the Max at Image. He
Oh yeah, okay, I
also
saw that.
co-created the Sandman. So huge bummer. If you like just looking at his pencils and inks, that guy was on another level.
Yeah,
He's got this really good like shadowy Wolverine drawing where he's like crouched on this tree. It's just one of the best pieces of art you'll ever see. It's so good. Um, so anyway, that was a huge bummer. And then just dozens and dozens of other creators in the industry were sharing stories or condolences and stuff like that. So it's pretty clear how much of an impact he made on the comics industry.
now did you ever read any of the Max stuff or
I
no?
read the uh the Batman crossover,
Okay.
but that's like kind of the extent of my Max knowledge.
Yeah. It's one of those ones where I'm like, always thought it looked cool as shit. Because, like, of course, fucking Kid Casey, like, a guy with muscles.
Mhm.
Sign me up, please.
Yeah, and he still feels that way.
Well, now it's guys with muscles and muscle mommies. So
Yeah.
I've evolved a little bit.
But it does make me want to read some more of his stuff, which it sucks that it takes someone dying for you to want to do that, but
Yeah. Now, do you ever get like his trades and stuff in the shop into the shop, like for Max or anything like that, or is that long done?
I mean, it's finding something in print, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I was
It's
wondering.
not that he
Like,
was old, he was only 63.
yeah,
Um, but he uh he was in poor health because I know that like the last issue of the Max or something took like over a year to come out. And I know a lot of people are upset, but then it came out it's because he had cancer and couldn't finish it.
yeah.
And I don't know if he did anything after that, but I feel like that was in like 2016 or 17, maybe.
Jeez.
So, but who knows? All right, and then oh, let's talk about the Brand New Day trailer because the rest of my stuff is comic related.
All right,
Did you watch that trailer?
I did.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It looks fine. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm interested in seeing the movie, which was more than I could say about the first two of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. So, I mean, I was interested in seeing the first one, but the second one I didn't really give a care about. But yeah, there's a
actually,
lot.
I never saw it.
I only did because I was in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And FX has the movies.
It's true. A lot of people really like that one though.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but I think this is gonna be the first one that feels more like a Spider-Man movie, where the other ones felt like you know, Tiny Tony movie.
Okay, so I saw an article that was like, we just realized that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is just becoming Tony Stark. It's like, what do you mean you're just now discovering it?
Right.
It's like that that was
That's what
his
he
mentor.
was. Yeah.
That's what he's been working towards. So I thought that was kind of silly, but
Yeah.
yeah, it did look good. But
I have
pretty much all of the Spider-Man movies are like pretty decent. So
yeah, like I I have a worry it's gonna be a little bit too stuffed, full of different stuff going on. Because like we got the Hulk stuff, we have the Hand, we got Scorpion, we got I heard a rumor that Jackal is gonna be in it. Heard another rumor that we know Tombstone's gonna be in it.
mhm.
And then there's the subplot of him turning into Man Spider, which is the way the trailers make it look, and the rumors also say Man Spider will be in it. Um, then we also like did I mention what Mr. Negative? Another rumor,
Jeez, there's
and
no
then
way they can do all of that.
the Jean Grey the whoever Sadie Sink's playing, either it's Mayday, Jean Grey, or Ms. Marvel. Uh, then trying to think, there was one other rumor too. I don't remember, but that like it's like this is gonna be a stuffed full movie. I'm curious. Oh, and Punisher.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's a lot of subplots to fit into one thing. So like I am worried about that with this movie, but oh, and then also just all to fill it to finish out, it's the whole Peter Parker being like, "Hey MJ, I want to be with you, but you're with fucking Paul, the person no one likes." And and then wanting to try to juggle all that shit, and maybe Ned be it's gonna be a build up to Ned becoming the Hobgoblin too. Like I don't know if that's actually happening. Haven't heard any rumors about that, but like we wouldn't be too surprised if they did some planting the seeds of that.
Right. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these movies, they get two or three under their belt and they're like, now's the time to add eight different storylines. It's like, have you
Yeah,
guys not learned that that is not the way to do it?
yeah. And if the Jackal's involved, that would just be really rough in a live action setting, unless they did it in a hilarious fashion where they just recast Spider-Man for the next two movies. And then they come back, and Tom Holland comes back in the third one, and he's like, "I was Spider-Man all along." And then the other guy's like, and he's like, "And you're Ben Riley," and he's like, "No, fuck you, I'm Peter Parker." And they argue back and forth. I think that'd be pretty fun.
We'll see if it plays out that way. All right, you want to do one?
He asks as I'm taking a drink of my non-sponsored Dr. Pepper Zero. So we got an announcement today that more Wonder Man is going to be coming out, so we're going to get a season two of that show. I haven't watched any of season one, but people I hear have been liking it for the most part.
Yep, I've heard that too.
Speaking of shows though, that the Disney shows I've been watching because it's finally on Hulu, the first season of the new Daredevil, and that all the
Oh,
way through. And I'm a little torn because I like the acting, but it just fucking annoys me how he's like, I'm not going to be Daredevil anymore. And then he does Daredevil things just as Matt Murdock. It's like, dude, just fucking be Daredevil then. It's like,
mm,
Foggy died. I can't do this stuff. So I'm not going to protect my secret identity while I beat the shit out of cops. It's like, what?
yeah. Yeah, I do remember that whole time being like, just put the fucking suit on.
Yeah, it's like, this doesn't work if you're still doing heroic shit, bud. This, just don't do the heroic stuff.
Mm.
That's it. Be a
Is
normal
that
guy. Be an innocent man.
is season two this week?
I'm not sure because no Disney Plus over here, so just
I'm pretty sure
I
it
just
is.
it just popped up on the old Hulu. I'm like, yeah, I'll give that a go.
Oh shit, it's tomorrow.
Oh wow. So expect a review from old Jakey Poo
Yeah,
next
well,
week.
yeah, definitely be talking about that. Okay. On to some comic stuff. So Todd McFarlane said he's going to be stepping back from writing duties on Spawn. and Spawn titles. My guess is because he's going to focus on his toy business, probably.
Yeah.
But uh, Matthew Rosenberg is going to be taking over Spawn and King Spawn, and then Erica Schultz is going to be doing Gunslinger with uh, oh, and then Thomas Healy is going to be doing Scorched. So I'm not super familiar with Schultz or Healy, but obviously Rosenberg's really good. So I feel like if you're reading those titles, you're in good hands.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks because like I long for the days when Rosenberg was working on like 5 books that I was reading, and now it's a big old zero. And he's like
Hmm.
working on Spawn. It's like, bud, I'm not reading that.
Yeah,
Like I
I
like
know.
you, but I'm not reading that.
Yeah, I'm not either. Although it's probably, well, whatever. I'm not gonna talk shit on Spawn. It's just not for me.
Yeah, no, and it feels like that'd be something that if we were wanting to read it, we probably should have just start pretty early on in the book to, get and play catch up because I feel like it's not like picking up a Spider-Man where we know everything about the character already,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
100%. So I guess though that like whatever's happening right now before those new writers take over, when they take over, it's going to be a couple of years into the future
Hmm,
after whatever McFarlane's like ending on. So
I gotcha.
I guess that helps a little bit, but still.
Yeah. So Netflix is going to come out with an adaptation to Brian Michael Bendis's and Michael Omane's comic Powers. It's going to be an adult animated show. I don't think this is the first adaptation that we've gotten of Powers though, because like I'm pretty sure, unless I'm just having like a fever dream, there was on the PlayStation Network when they first launched that, they're like, we're gonna have a streaming service too, and we're opening up with the show Powers. And it was
Mhm.
supposed to be pretty good, but like
It's live
I
action, right?
yeah, and like I had a PlayStation, I had the network, and I wasn't gonna fucking watch a show on the PlayStation. So like I think like only 10 people watched it, and one of those 10 people I think was Tony from Comic Vine. So that doesn't really count. So like, people really love Powers. I've never seen it. I've never read it, so
Me
but
either.
people talk pretty highly about it, and I think that's one of the things that got so much goodwill built up for Brian Bendis to do all this just terrible shit that he's done after that.
It's true. And Michael Oeming's a really, really good artist. He did that William of Newbury miniseries that I really
Okay.
liked.
So would you check it out though? Since
No,
you have Netflix? No?
nope,
What if
don't
what if
care.
like 30 people came into your shop and all of them were raving about it like, old Jacob, you gotta check it out, bud.
People have done that for Wonder Man, and I still haven't
Oh,
watched
okay.
it.
Fair enough, bud. What if I did?
Fuck no.
What if I was like, hey bud, we got a choice. 2 doors behind me. Scrubs or Powers?
Powers all day, no questions.
And I'm like, then you open up the door, it's just Scrubs in both.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. All right, this is like a small snippet. Um, like solicitations came out this last week for pretty much everybody. And for Marvel, Spider-Gwen does not have a number 11 or whatever it is, but Black Cat does. So it's like, boy, the one that's good is canceled. And,
Yeah.
good old, gee, I bet you're wondering how I got here is still going.
I mean, odds are though with Spider-Gwen, just gonna be another new number one. Call it something slightly different.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, we're in like Moon Knight territories of relaunches for that with the same
Yeah.
team at this point. So it's just like we're at the point now where it really feels like it's starting to get some momentum,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm tired of going through the motions with some of these books. I think Marvel's approach to comics is god awful.
Yeah. No, I'm
Like
not gonna disagree with you.
there's a reason that they are like kind of plummeting in sales compared to, I'll even say, Image right now.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of books at Marvel that I don't think I hear much about, like, has Runaways come out again recently? Okay, because I was like, did I just miss those? Because normally you'd be like, hey, dummy, you cute little dummy, you forgot Runaways,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I haven't read that in like what feels like 3 months.
I don't know, man. I mean, that Imperial Guardians book that you read last week was supposed to be out like 2 months ago, so I really don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah. Fucking
They're in shambles.
yeah.
The only thing they have right now is like, well, we have a hand in the Spider-Man movie coming out this summer. It's like, yeah, okay, but can you make your entire comics line better?
I mean, it's like outside. I'll say this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Rainbow, but I'll say like mainstream wise, if it's not Philip Kenny Johnson or Jed McKay and Al Ewing right now over there,
I agree.
it's and I mean I say this like I liked the Spider-Man and Charles Soule and Joe Kelly work on that too. So it's like, yeah, but I don't know any other books Charles Soule's doing besides the
Star
Spider-Man books.
Wars stuff.
Yeah, I don't read the Star Wars stuff, so that doesn't
Yeah.
really, which is a damn shame because
And
I like Chucky Soule.
I'll throw Stephanie Phillips in that list of names too,
Yeah,
because she's about to relaunch Daredevil, and I'm quite looking forward to
yeah.
that.
And then there's Saladin Ahmed, but he's got such like on the Twitter, we're like the two biggest Saladin Ahmed fans because like the people on Twitter just shit on him all the time, which I think is
Uh,
crazy. Which
that
is
really
Twitter.
bums
That's
me
all it
out.
is for.
I know. I hope he doesn't read any of that shit because he
Yeah,
is extremely fucking good at his job.
I agree. And hey, Saladin, I know you listen. I know. And I know you don't want to come on here because, like, we'll gush over you. But if you ever want to come on, I'll read mean tweets for you so you know that we won't just be kissing your butt the whole time.
Hmm.
So at the end of every one, I'll be like, I don't agree with this though, bud.
Yeah, for every single one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right,
Got any
buddy.
more?
I got one comic book news this week.
Okay.
You know, you remember that Godzilla Monsterpiece Theater, the Godzilla Great Gatsby, and
Hmm.
then the Romeo and Juliet that's supposed to come out? Well, we're getting another one because they already know the Romeo and Juliet's going to do numbers. So we're getting a Godzilla Monsterpiece Theater one shot for the Odyssey.
Teaming up with old Nolan's movie this summer, huh?
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. It's weird because like the Great Gatsby, you can read that book in a sitting. The Odyssey, fucking that's a read. And they're like, just a one shot.
So here's my question. Are they really shortening it, or are you buying a like $13 one shot that's essentially a small trade?
I bet they're gonna shorten it a good bit. And it's probably gonna be like the size of an annual though. That's my guess.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be at least $8, maybe 10.
I bet you it's gonna be the 7, 8 range.
Yeah.
If it was Marvel, it would be $13, but it also
Yeah.
would still be pretty
And it'd be
small.
less pages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it, like
Yeah.
it'd be the same it'd be the same amount of pages, but the last tenth of it would be like different things that are coming from Image or IDW that's Godzilla related, and
Yep.
then one thing that's Gargoyles related. And you're like, why is the Gargoyles in here? And they're like, we don't know.
And then the final page is just this.
Yeah, it's just a mirror. It's like you fucking idiot. Like, look at this idiot. It's a mirror of yourself. Like, oh shit, I am the idiot.
Got me good. All right. So I wanted to run through the top 10 uh, sellers list of last week just because I like what one, two, and three were. And then I'll do my last bit of news. So at 10, we had Captain America. 9 was Ultimate Wolverine. 8 was Ultimates. 7, Exquisite Corpses. 6, Absolute Flash. 5, Amazing Spider-Man. 4, Battle Beast. And then 3, Deathstroke number 1. 2, Batwoman number 1. 1, Lobo number 1.
Hell yeah.
Made me very happy that so many people are checking out these new DC titles.
I think it's pretty cool that I mean, I'm not a fan, but the Battle Beast is so high.
Oh, dude, that book sells like crazy.
That's awesome though. You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean? Like,
you slap Invincible on something, they're coming out in droves to pick it up.
dude, so this episode should we should just be like Invincible's podcast, 2 World podcast.
Yeah, we really should. Don't sue us, Robert Kirkman.
It's Invincible Battle Beast podcast.
Like, oh man, they're gonna talk about, the newest issue of Battle
And
Beast.
then it's just like cuts to me be like, so I farted in the gym today. Like, this is
Hmm.
not what I wanted. But then they're
Yeah.
hooked. We're like
Yep.
cigarettes.
Yep. Okay, and then DC announced a new wave of Elseworlds titles that we're getting.
Cool.
The one that I'm most excited for, Dark Knights of Steel 2.
Nice. That's that would be this like the third series for Dark Knights, correct though? Because it had that one that was kind of like an offshoot.
Yeah, I don't really count that because they like literally don't talk about any of the events of the
Oh,
book. They just
I
needed
gotcha.
that as an excuse to do that book.
I gotcha.
But it'll still be written by Tom Taylor and the art will still be done by, well, I don't want to say still be done because the first one was Yasmin Putri and this one's Otto Schmidt, but Otto Schmidt's really good. So,
Hmm.
but I think Yasmin is going to do all the covers, which is good. And then this one's these next two are a little odd for me. The first one is Supergirl Survive, and it's about Kara and Cal like being launched into space together as Krypton's blowing up, and then just her with like a baby Cal strapped to her fighting to survive,
Hmm.
whatever like comes after that. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it could be neat. It's going to be written by Ethan Parker and Griffin Sheridan with interior art by Rod Rice, which I think is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And then this one is called Superman Father of Tomorrow. And it's Krypton explodes, the rocket comes to Earth, but it's Jor-El instead of Kal-El. Um, so it's just him adjusting to life on Earth, and he discovers he can help his new home not only with his powers, but his brilliant mind. And he tries to use science to, improve Earth essentially. So, and that one's going to be written by Kenny Porter with art and cover by Danny Earls, who was the fill-in artist on Incredible Hulk when Nick Klein was taking breaks.
Okay. Yeah, that one it's kind of a dumb concept because I just picture him being like, man, my wife won't stop fucking nagging me. I'm just gonna leave her with the damn kid on the Earth, and I'm gonna go, or on Krypton, and I'm gonna fucking go to this planet Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if the creative team is like super passionate about wanting to tell this story and DC let them, then I think that's pretty neat because I feel like there's no way that like if this were Marvel, there's no way this book would be happening.
Yeah. Hmm.
But hey, maybe someone's super hyped for it, and honestly, this is what the Elseworlds line is for. So
Hmm. I think it'd be a really interesting idea. I don't know if it's been done. It probably has, but if instead of Jor-El, what's Superman's biological mom's name?
I don't
But
know.
if it's her and she's pregnant coming to Earth, so then she has to single mom, Reba McEntire style, raise old Kal-El on Earth.
Lara or Lara?
Oh, yeah. See,
Lara Lorvan.
I think that could be an interesting take. Jake, get to writing.
Yeah, I'll pitch it to them and they'll ignore my emails again.
Bastards.
I keep telling them I'll relaunch Hawkman for them, but they don't want to
Yeah.
listen.
They're like, dude, that won't make money. Just stop it.
Yeah, we're doing Father of Tomorrow instead.
Yeah. We're like, oh, how about Hawk of Tomorrow? Where Superman's just Hawkman instead.
I love that idea.
Like you just repitch all of the Elseworld titles, but Hawkman instead. So it's like, yeah, so like Hawkman's being leaving Krypton with baby Clark, but the baby's also Hawkman. What'd you read this week, bud?
How about Hawk Knights of Steel?
Yeah, it's just it's like it's just the different versions of Hawkman, but in medieval times.
Hmm. Where it would literally print money.
Yeah. How about DC KO Hawkman?
It's just Hawkman versus Hawkman.
Yeah, it's just all the different Hawkmen, and then the winner gets to be the main Hawkman. And then you'd be like, and we toss in a Hawk Tua there too, because of the times, because that's really popular right now, right?
It
It's
may be
like
2 years ago.
shit.
Okay. Anyway, I read Deathstroke #1, Batwoman #1, End of Life #2, Infernal Hulk #5, Mark Spector Moon Knight #2, Thundercat Silverhawks Road to War, Sorcerer Supreme #4, Mortal Thor #8, Nightwing 136, Ghost Pepper #9, and Lobo #1.
Oh, no Plant She-Hulk for you.
Um, no, I think I no, I read that at work. I just forgot to bring a copy home with
All
me.
right, dude, you read a lot this week, man. You read
Yeah,
a lot more than me. So I read The Amazing Spider-Man 4, Mega Man X #2, G.I. Joe issue 20.
we get a new game.
Hell yeah. Starship Godzilla issue 6, Planet She-Hulk issue 5, Deathstroke issue 1, Lobo issue 1, excuse me, and the Infernal Hulk issue 5.
Okay. I'll just do this because I hate like just talking on and on about books no one else is reading. Thundercats, Silverhawks, and Ghost Pepper.
Was the Thundercat, like, this is me being genuine, was the Thundercats Silverhawks not one that, because like your clientele, a lot of them are people older than us that would have been, you know, of age around the Thundercats time. Were they not excited about that?
They were. I'm pretty sure I sold out of it. I mean, not that it were like a
Nice.
shit ton, but
Yeah,
like enough.
enough to get
And
your variant with She-Ra.
well, we're adding in a third crossover here.
I don't know. The Chitara, that's her name.
Oh, okay.
Kitty cat lady.
Yes, kitty cat lady. Um, anyway, the it was fun, and pretty much anybody that's picking up one of these 80s Dynamite properties, they're picking up the others. So,
Hmm.
Space Ghost, Thundar, Silverhawks, Thundercats, Dynamite has an iron grip on that stuff that used to be IDW's job.
Yeah. Now
Uh,
AEW's like, I guess Godzilla and Sonic. That's all we need.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. So anyway, I liked both, and instead of like just giving a number to both, I'll just give them both a thumbs up.
All right, right on. A little Roger Ebert over here.
Yes.
All
And
right.
then,
Oh,
oh, sorry,
well,
you can
well,
go.
well, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Nightwing 136. It's start of a new story arc. It's by Dan Waters and Dennis Cowan on the art. And it was pretty cool. Nightwing picks up this lady who's like walking across, 8 lanes of traffic, and he's trying to talk to her, figure out what her deal is. And it turns out she's a witch. It seems to be a genuine witch. And a bunch of crazy shit happens and she gets away and he decides he needs to track her down. But the craziest part of this is as they're driving, something kind of happens where she jerks the steering wheel and they cause like 30 car pileup. And then
Jeez.
we see like a news thing where like 13 people die. And it's just like, what the fuck happened?
Now, did when you say she jerked it, did she do it like magically, or did she just grab the wheel?
She just grabbed the wheel because she's
Oh,
like got a knife to his throat while he's driving, but he's like
yeah.
staying calm and trying to talk her down. And she's like, no, I have to get to this place, and then jerks the wheel and just causes this big crash. And it's like, I feel like with Dick Grayson, if one person doesn't make it, he's like, he's in the fucking gutters for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this, that it, like, I just don't know how he's going to recover from it unless Dan Waters just doesn't touch on it.
Well, I mean, that time with the with Blockbuster when that whole building of people, it took a while, but he finally got over it.
Yeah, I guess he'll just get over it, but
Yeah. Now he Dick Grayson at this point, or
no,
was
he's
he
Nightwing.
Nightwing?
Mhm.
That's crazy that she could hold a knife to Nightwing's throat and him not just be like, Batman training.
Yeah,
Gotcha, you know.
yeah. I mean, I don't disagree, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it was cool to see Dennis Cowan draw a full issue of Nightwing, though.
Yeah, I bet.
So, yeah, I liked it well enough. It's still probably gonna get like a 6.5.
Okay, okay. Um, Next up, it's The Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 24, Death Spiral, Part 4 of 9. It's by Charles Soule with Joe Kelly writing and Jesus Sayas on the art. So yeah, we get a little bit of Eddie Brock's past, and then him getting just Father of the Year, basically punching him in the face and being just terrible, and then comes back to the current time and torments like he's there and Carnage tries to fight him, but Torment's got the Shocker's gloves, and we get all this type of stuff going on between Pete and Venom and then Carnage, and then they were going to team up to fight Torment, and then it ends with Carnage being like, "Gotcha, guys, I'm bad," and Eddie's asleep, and so that's how it ends. I'm into it. This is a fine book. It's like this is a it's a seemingly nice time to get back into Spider-Man. So I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I started with the Death Spiral stuff. It's like I said, perfectly fine. It's a 7 out of 10.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. My thing with Spider-Man, though, it's like, okay, here's another symbiote.
Well, at least with this, it's like I don't really know what Death Spiral is because he talks about the spirals aren't ready to kill so and so yet. But he doesn't seem like he's a symbiote. And it's just Venom and just Carnage in this big crossover. So
Okay. I
it's
thought they were
not
making him seem like he was like a new
so it's
symbiote.
kind of like he's got some connection to Carnage. It seems like Carnage kind of wants him to be his new host. And like that's what kind of Carnage, because Carnage is kind of working with them secretly. And no one knew until this big reveal at the end. So it's like he might be, you know, Carnage's thing, but maybe not. We don't know yet.
Okay. Mortal Thor number 8. If I could show you the cover, I would, but just Google the cover,
Yeah.
anybody listening, because it's one of Alex Ross's best, in my opinion. And
It's
that's saying something.
This is one of the craziest things about the Moral Thor covers though, because like a lot of them, like all of them have been great, but a lot of them it's just like, yeah, it's Thor looking human, but it just the something that Alex does about with those, it just makes it look so fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, this one's like, This one is not Thor looking like a human.
Yeah.
And there's like space and a
Oh, here we
Viking.
go.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
come
no,
on.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did, I know you sometimes get covers as your, as a shop owner. Did you get that one as a cover on a, for a poster that you could hang up? Because that looks like something that would, you know.
No, no, but they should. But man, I feel like they could do that with every single one of Ross's covers.
Well, like you've been to his booth at, cons. It's like they do, and they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Not gonna drop $800
Right?
on a print. Anyway, this is by um Al Ewing and Juan Cabal on the art. And Thor's not even in this issue at all. It's all about Enchantress and uh, Thor's son and this little rabbit called Blackjack. And I don't know. There's a lot going on in this issue, but basically Enchantress is trying to set up uh Thor's son to be the new king because Thor's dead, and I guess they don't know that Sigurd is actually Thor down on Midgard. So she wants the son to be in charge so that she can essentially be the puppet master and truly lead Asgard, which is a very enchantress thing to do. But I don't know, Al Ewing's just like building up a lot of lore for secondary characters, which is something he likes to do for Thor, and it's also something he's really good at when it comes to Thor. So I don't mind a fill-in issue when it's as good as this one. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I really enjoyed it.
Now, you said once, and I'm blanking, but with Al Ewing's Immortal Thor and now Mortal Thor, he's doing that in like three acts, right? So it's
Mhm.
in Act Two now.
It is, yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm
How
sure
do you
Act
know?
3 will be Thor coming back
Yeah,
proper.
no, it's actually going to be Eric Masterson coming back.
I mean, I'd be fine with it.
I don't know if I would be. No offense, Alfred, but he had a good ending.
Hmm.
But okay, Mega Man X issue two. This is by Daniel Arsenault and art by Hanzo Steinbach. So art's still really, really good. Um, yeah, it like this one doesn't even pick up where the last one left off. It like le it just leaves a good chunk out because the last one he ends up beating the bird guy, and then he's like, I'm gonna go fight Spark Mandrill, and then it just starts with him already fighting him and winning.
Okay.
It's yeah, and so then like it's him then the flame mammoth dude's thing, and he gets the booster upgrade, and then like it turns out, which I never knew in the game. So when you're playing the game, like after you beat Frost Penguin, different levels are like kind of frosted over, and like and it explains it here. I don't know if they ever explained it in the game because I couldn't, I mean I could read, but I just wouldn't read because I'm like, this is a video game. Reading is for losers. And so like they actually explain why stuff's kind of frozen over because it was Frost Penguin related and stuff. And so then he beats him, and now he's got four of his baddies left. And yeah, I mean it's fun. The art's just super awesome, like we already talked about. Story's fine. Um, yeah, I will say this incentive cover is super cool.
Yep. I've got one guy that is like all in on Mega Man stuff, and he
Nice.
always has me get that for him.
Good. Is his name Mike? Because that's who am like first thought
Surprisingly,
of.
no.
So yeah, I'm probably at another seven for this. It is a fine book, especially if you like Mega Man. If you don't like Mega Man, why read it?
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like what did you think was gonna happen, guy?
All right, Sorcerer Supreme #4 by Steve Orlando and Bernard Chang. I mean, it's basically the final showdown between Wanda and Agatha. And then eventually the Vishanti or whatever they're called, the three people that are in charge of magic. Uh, yeah, and then Wanda basically finds a way to prevail there, and the Vishanti kind of um, just abandon Agatha. So Wanda takes her in and is like helping her recover. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with those two after that. But then at the very end, we see Clea and like her, I'll say infant sister from like back in the Doctor Strange book that you and I were reading. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that now.
Mm-hmm. They're walking through the dark dimension, and Dormammu shows up and starts like destroying stuff. And then it says next time. So I think we're gonna get a Wanda Clea team up against Dormammu, which could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's really just going to depend on if Clea's written as well as she was in the Jed
Jed
McKay stuff.
McKay, yeah, I mean probably not, but it's gonna look cool
Yeah.
regardless. But yeah, I liked it well enough. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
All right. And you know what this means, man? Now it's time for our, monthly segment of which one's the fake G.I. Joe? And like
Hooray.
or whatever, I don't know. So we have Quick Kick, Wet Down, Washout, and Windmill.
The fake, I'm gonna say it's gotta be Windmill.
Oof. I'll show you what Windmill looks like. He's a helicopter pilot. I've never heard of this one before, never seen it before, but I
What
Googled
a dork.
I Googled worst G.I. Joe character names, and that one was one of the ones that came up.
All right, who was fake?
It was Washout.
Damn it.
I'll show you a quick kick.
You think Wet Down?
The wet down is the worst. I'm like, that one, I almost laughed saying it, but I'm like, there's no way Jake will think that one's fake because it's so bad. I'm not that clever to come up with something that stupid, but he looks kind of cool.
Ugh, okay, sure.
I don't have anything for Washout. So if you guys are playing at home, let us know. Did you get it right? Do you want to see a wet down movie? Do you want a wet down toy? Are y'all big Windmill fans? Let us know. We'd love to hear. But next up is G.I. Joe issue 20 by Joshua Williamson and Andrea Milana on the art. So it picks up right where the last one left off. Unlike the Mega Man book, we get the oh never th oh for us we got Scrap Iron trying to kill Tracker, and yeah, they do a big fight, and as they're going, Duke shows up with Skid Mark, not really Skid Mark, and um the Jeep Transformer, and they do some talking and stuff to Tracker. Tracker fixes some stuff up, and then he leaves. It very much seems like he's going to be in a different book. It was that type of meeting where he's like, "Yeah, now I'm going to go back to doing my own thing," you know. But they didn't have like the little editorial note like to see what Tracker's doing. Read this book. Like it didn't have that, but I'm like, that's what it feels like.
Right.
But then, so then, the the Autobot Jeep takes them to meet Optimus Prime, who's no longer Prime, so he's just Optimus. And they talk, and he tells what's been happening in the, Transformer book, basically, how he lost his Prime hood, and then I guess also how he killed Starscream. And
Oh
it,
no.
yeah, well, Starscream killed Duke's friend, and
Oh
he was,
no.
yeah, he was the one. You actually read that because he read the first Transformer book
I
back
did.
3 years ago. Um, so yeah, like he was the one that killed him, and they were they were talking about that basically, and then they start talking about leadership stuff, and then like old Skidmark and the Autobot are talking. They're like, what are you talking about? He's like, my guess is Optimus is reciting a parable from our world that is relevant to our current situation somehow. Something about war, honor, responsibility. And then Skidmark's like, dude, Duke is going to eat that up. I bet he's telling Optimus about what it means to be a leader and the hard choices you got to make, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shoot, here they come. Oh, that's pretty good. And then like it ends with the Jeep like he's like, Optimus, I know you're no longer our leader, but for old time's sake, can you still say it? He's like, of course. But in honor of our new allies, G.I. Joe, roll out! He turns into his thing. Like, I'm not even a Transformer guy, but I'm like, boy, that hits the feels. I like it. And then it ends though with, we're gonna get to see some Scarlet in the next arc. So pretty excited about that because I loved the Scarlet book. Thought that was great. So maybe we'll be a step closer to Snake Eyes too, because Storm Shadow's gonna be there again. Um, Probably 8.5, maybe even a 9. It's good.
Pick of the week?
No.
Oh, okay. Moon Knight, number 2. It's Moon Knight and Zodiac beating the shit out of a bunch of goons, and then we find out who put Moon Knight in this weird mind maze that he's been in. Any guesses? It's a
Uh,
Moon Knight only villain that hasn't shown up yet
I
in
don't know.
McKay's run.
Don't know enough about Moon Knight villains.
It's Bushman.
Oh, the old Bushman.
And I was kind of surprised because he unveils himself, and I'm like, holy shit, it's been years.
Hmm.
And this is like his biggest villain, and we haven't seen him yet. So I
Yeah.
was like, McKay just wrote the book so well for years that you just don't even think of stuff like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just really quick to interrupt. If the way Jed McKay's writing this Moon Knight and how it's hitting all of your little Moon Knight nerd points, if DC was like, hey, we got Jed McKay and he's gonna write Hawkman, how excited would you be?
Ooh, I'd be super thrilled.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Or he'd be like, nah, I want Venditti because he fixed this damn continuity.
Well, I do want him, but if they were like, "Hey, we got McKay," though, I'd be like, "Well, you still got me."
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, it's by Jed McKay and Deb Malapramanik on the art. But yeah, art's really fucking good. I'm excited Bushman's back. And I'm really excited for the arc. I think it's going to be really fucking brutal, if I'm honest.
Hmm.
So I'm going to give it a 9.
Nice. Your pick of the week?
Mm, man, I don't know. I don't know. How many more you
It's
got?
I got one more, not including our Muchies, and I'm including Giant She-Hulk and our Muchies.
Okay. I got 2 more than the Muchies, so.
All right. So Starship Godzilla by someone who I really hope someday becomes a guest on this show.
The
The Gooch!
Gooch.
Chris Gooch, for those that are new, and Oliver Ono. I like this book a lot. I don't really see how it's fucking connected to the other Godzilla book at all. Like,
It's
you could
supposed
make
to be though, right?
that's what they say, but there's just no way at all, unless it's just like, this takes place in the future, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. But yeah, Space Godzilla is being ornery and he's killing, trying to kill these people. And so they're like, shit, we have to go back. And we finally get to see like the Starship Godzilla actually, as Kiryu doing stuff. The Zillions are pissed off about it, but they save the people. This is the best art this issue has, this series has had yet. And this is, really, really good. I'm going to see some, if I can show you some of the Space Godzilla fight. It's like, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I think the art's killer on that book.
Like it is great, but this is like he just went ham because he finally got to let loose on the art.
Mm.
Like it's so cool. We get more of the characters kind of fleshing out and stuff, and it ends basically with them all now being, they have like huge bounties on their head. and but they are going to be doing it looks like they're going to go the Marvel route. The next issue is to be continued in Starship Godzilla Invasion X #1.
Uh, don't love that.
Yeah, but this might be my pick of the week. I'm gonna give it a 10. I really like this book.
Nice.
I don't know if people in your shop are reading it, how, if it sells better than the main Godzilla book, but it should because it's a lot better than that and way better than Dead Zone.
I'll be honest, the guys that get one get all of them.
I gotcha. That
I'm
makes
not saying
sense.
it's a huge amount, but
Yeah,
it's something.
I gotcha. Well, if you're listening to this and you like, I'll say this, it might not be for everybody, but if you're a fan of like animes like Outlaw Star and to a lesser extent Cowboy Bebop and Firefly. I know Firefly's not an anime, but if you're like a fan of that type of world, you should check this out. Especially Outlaw Star. It gives me like Outlaw Star meets fucking Godzilla. That's the best way to put it. When I told Nick that, he fucking started drooling. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get this in a trade for a holiday.
Okay, End of Life #2 by Kyle Starks and Steve Pugh. I actually really like this book a lot. The first one I was so on, but this one we're just getting characters fleshed out more, and I like where the story's going. It's just really fucking good. I think this is one old Casey might get in a trade one of these days because I think that you would like it. Um, Art's really strong, and I really like the main character's dad. He's like the town's mayor where he's hiding out, and it's just kind of wholesome, but also filled with like fart jokes too. So I
Nice.
don't know, it's just good stuff. But yeah, I'm probably gonna give that a 9 as well.
If you really like wholesome stuff that's filled with like kind of childish humor, it'd be really good for you.
What?
A little show called Scrubs.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, dude, it's really good. We should like, I don't know, make a podcast about it.
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Batwoman 1. It's by Greg Rucka and Danny on the art. Art is everything that I thought it would be, which is a good thing. It's super killer. And I don't know if Danny does her own colors. No, Matt Hollingsworth is the colorist. Um, I don't know. Everything's just like really dark in a good way. Danny likes to do this thing where uh if Batwoman's like in shadow, you don't see her suit, you just see the red like
Oh,
of her hair
nice.
and stuff like that. And I think that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, apparently Kate has like a sister, a twin sister, who is a bad guy.
Hmm.
They made it sound like that was a thing before this issue. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But this whole issue is basically filled with you know, Batwoman Kate talking to a therapist about her sister without letting it slip that she's Batwoman and her sister's a villain. And then it kind of cuts between that and her actually fighting her sister. And it's just really good. Uh, and it ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. There's just a lot going on, but I honestly really liked it and I'm going to keep up with it. So I'm going to give it probably an 8.5.
Nice, man. All right. What order do you want to do these in? I figured I'd start with Planet She-Hulk since you don't have that one.
You choose this week.
All right, I'll do Planet She-Hulk, Deathstroke, Lobo, Hulk. So
Okay.
that's how I have it laid out. All right. So Planet She-Hulk by Stephanie Phillips and Aaron Cooter on the art. And again, this is one of those ones where I kind of feel like we need to talk about the color artists, Sonia Obach, because they do a great job. Like, it's good art, but then like it just brings it up next level, fits, which makes it this looked more like a fantasy story than what like normal comic book art would do. Um, yeah, we find out that the like She-Hulk gets saved by someone, then we find out who that someone is. It's one of the old Warbound, and I was kind of torn on it. It was LO. I was kind of torn on it. What did you think of this issue overall and the whole Warbound thing?
Unfortunately, it's kind of losing me a bit.
Yeah, I get
It's
that.
like, I don't know. It's just we're meant to care a lot about these characters that I just can't seem to care about too much.
Hmm.
And then at the end, where it's like, oh, She-Hulk, you should be queen. We know it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
And probably at the start of the next issue, she's going to be like, no, I'm not doing that.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I mean, art's good and the story is still mildly interesting. It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of losing me.
Yeah, I would actually love a Stephanie Phillips regular She-Hulk story. My
Yeah,
main A big problem I have with this, and it's like kind of my own headcanon, because like the planet Hulk, Sakaar, I know like the Sakaar got ate by Galactus, like there's a lot of other lore, and then they found it, they all moved to this other planet that they're at now, and it's not the same planet, but like this does not feel like the same planet Sakaar. So I always assumed my own headcanon that oh, it's like, um, if you saw that movie, the Christopher Nolan movie that with the for the traveling out in space. I'm blanking on what it's called now.
Interstellar.
Yeah, if you saw Interstellar, where like, oh yeah, this, like the real thing, where like, oh, you're on this planet, time goes differently and all that shit. That's what I was always assuming with this book. That's why like, oh yeah, everything's so different because it's, for them it's been millions of years or thousands, and that's why it's also taking so long for Bruce to come back because he said he only be gone, a couple days, and it's been months now. It's like maybe it's only been a couple days for him, and but it's like, oh
Hmm.
no, that's not it. Like time's moving normal. It doesn't work that way. I'm like, ah, that's too bad. When that, because it's like otherwise, how would this, Elo still be there?
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but I'm like you. I'm like, I don't care that much. I would love more Stephanie Phillips She-Hulk though. It's just I don't know. Planet Hulk is kind of one of those things where it's like it's kind of done. We don't need to keep revisiting it even with other Hulks.
And they've done it like Amadeus had one.
I
They
think Red
had
Hulk had one too, didn't he?
probably
I wasn't reading it.
She-Hulk, and then I think Bruce had a return.
Yeah,
So it's just like even when Greg Pak does it, because he did at least the Bruce one, mate. Did he do Amadeus?
probably.
It's just like, yeah, if anyone's gonna do it, it should be him, but also nothing has ever come anywhere close to that original.
Yeah,
And it's not going to either.
yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I'm probably at a 6 for it. And, I will say though, I'm not someone, like I say, I say this every time. I'm not someone that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I need to find more of this colors. But Sonny Elback, when they work on, if I see that name again, I'm gonna be pretty excited because they do a great job with these colors.
Hmm.
Where were you at though, buddy?
Oh, probably a six or like a five
Yeah.
five. Okay, Deathstroke, The Terminator #1. It's by Tony Fleecs and Carmine Di Giandomenico. Um, Art's fucking killer on this
Yep.
book.
I was about to say that. I love the art on this. It's chaotic and it's so fucking cool.
Yeah. The the story is interesting enough for sure, but if I'm honest, I really, really like Rose as a character, and her costume design I think is one of the best.
Hmm.
So a good reason I'm reading this book is for her, hoping that like Ravager shows up and does some cool shit. But it was definitely good enough for me to keep reading.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. I don't I don't love it, but I do like it enough to keep reading. The art's so damn good.
Hmm.
I'm probably Probably feeling a 7.5. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's good. The one thing I didn't really fuck with, I think it's tough with Deathstroke because they just write him too damn strong, like he's Batman sometimes.
Yeah,
But these two girls, the body doubles, kind of give it to him a little bit, and it's just like, should they?
right. Because it's
But
not like
you
they're.
you gotta have some sort of conflict, you know?
But but don't do like a brand new two brand new characters, especially ones where like he doesn't even know who they are,
Hmm.
and like he finds out, oh, they have healing factor, blah blah. Like do two characters so it's like it makes sense that these characters are tough. They're able to give him the business a little bit versus like I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah,
Like you're Deathstroke, you should know all of the other,
yeah.
all these other people.
Give us someone who's fought him before, could
Yeah,
have prepped a little bit, and at least made it believable.
yeah.
But that was like my only complaint.
All right, so Lobo, issue one by Scotty Young and Jorge Corona on the art. Dude, Corona's really good because this art does not look like his normal art. His normal art's great too, but this doesn't look like his normal art. It looks like something that would have been a Lobo comic from the 90s, and it's awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really, really good art. Like I can't
And
imagine how long this took him to draw.
right, because it's there's a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. Scotty Young does a good job. There's like one part that I'm going to talk about. It kind of annoys me because he goes through Lobo's whole history pretty quickly. Doesn't talk about little Lobo when like he died and the justices or it was sins of youth turned him into a little kid. Then he dies, but then like one of his pieces stays around, and that one is all sickly and dies of being all sick. And Young Justice. Well, he doesn't talk about that, but he does talk about New 52 Lobo, and that part made me laugh because he goes,
It's
then
very
there's a
funny.
whole situation that I'm still not sure how to describe. So we'll just gloss over that a few minutes of my history, and it's that old sexy Twilight
Yeah.
Lobo.
Yep, I love it.
But what'd you think, man?
Art was good. I liked it a lot up until he got to the like reality TV place.
Mm,
And then I was like, I'm not loving this as much anymore.
yep, I get that.
So like I'll still probably give it another issue just because I like the creative team. Um, but I just feel like issue two is gonna be all the reality TV shit. And I just don't know about that, but I still want to give it another shot because the rest of this was entertaining enough, and I fucking love Corona's art.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
probably like a seven, I think.
I think a seven fits for me too.
All right. And then we end on Infernal Hulk, number five by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Kev Walker on the art. This was just like a drag 'em out, beat 'em up issue. What'd you think?
I'm a little annoyed by it, but
I knew you would be.
because it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But other
But it
than
looks cool.
it looks cool as shit, but for those that didn't read this and don't know what I'm talking about, the one above all others, literal God, who has they've shown in the comics being literally God before, sends down and basically what seems like an angel, but everyone thought it was God to fight the Infernal Hulk, and it fucking loses, and Hulk kills it, and it's like none of this makes any fucking sense at all. But whatever. That's really the big knock. The stuff with Bruce at the end, like it's not cool. Like I mean, it was kind of cool with the army stuff, but like the stuff with Bruce at the end, where I'm like, yeah, I'm really invested in this. Like I'm very excited to see where this goes, which is like not the exciting part of this book, but it's also the part where I'm this is what I like. I want to see Philip Kennedy Johnson write more of this, you
Yeah.
know?
I almost wish, I don't know, maybe this wouldn't be great. I almost wish we'd have started with the Infernal Hulk fight, gone to the Bruce stuff, ended on him killing the angel and then this last page happening.
Yeah, and I get that. I just
Because, like, it was tough to go from holy shit, he just ripped apart an angel to Bruce, being like, well, I have to go back. And I understand. I'm not saying that this was wrong. It was just like, and we're mellowed out.
see. I didn't. For me, it didn't even mellow it out. Like I was more just kind of rolling my eyes at the other, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is actually really cool. And then also we kind of glossed over it, but the stuff with the dead son, fucking intense.
Mhm.
Because like it's like kind of a downer at first, because like oh yeah, we found out that Hulk killed one of Bruce Banner's friend's sons in the last issue, and then the son's alive somehow, and not in a way you want him to be. And he
Hmm.
shows up at the house, and I mean, I just don't know who hurt Philip Kennedy Johnson because it's dark.
It is dark. It's on fire, screaming for its mother, saying
Yeah,
how much pain it's in. It's like, good Lord, man.
like, are you okay at home, Phil? Like, you can talk to us.
And dude, the cover preview for the next issue, pretty fucking sick. We're getting the
Yeah,
Hellbuster armor.
yeah, pretty interested in that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like this a whole bunch. I think it's another nine for me.
It's probably a 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
So next week, man, since you're gonna be taking over the Fantastic Four duties this week, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with what I'm excited about.
Okay.
Um, I'll say, is there any Godzilla books coming? I don't think there is. I'll
There's
go with
Infinity Roar.
Infinity War. I'll go with Infinity War. Then the Superman Spider-Man one shot. We're both excited about that one though, so I'll do two more just to go along with that. Um, I'll say Justice League Unlimited. Been enjoying that. And Green Lantern. What about you, bud?
Um, Definitely Superman, Spider-Man. Um, Peril of the Brutal Dark, number two. Minor Arcana, and oh, Absolute Wonder Woman for sure.
Hell yeah. Dude,
It's gonna be a good week.
I saw this girl popped up on my Facebook, and because like Facebook's now just like, Mom, hey, here's random bullshit. But this girl is a cosplayer, and she's getting her Absolute Wonder Woman cosplay together. I'm like, this is gonna be pretty fucking sweet because she already had the sword, and it looks like Wonder Woman's sword. It's like, okay, this will
That's
be pretty
awesome.
cool. I'll never see you again because Facebook does this. So, you know, hopefully you'll pop up on Instagram. Jake, where you at? Oh, thank
Um,
God.
I'm petting my kitty cat. Um, yeah, it will show up on Instagram because I feel like they're always back and forth, and then you can
Yeah.
forward it to me. Okay, let me pull up the comment here or the message that we got. All right, so this message comes from Dan. He says, I have read several Godzilla comics through the years, but as I am not much into watching movies, I have only ever seen two Godzilla movies. One was the 1998 one, where Godzilla lays eggs in Madison Square Garden, which most fans have disowned, and the other was Godzilla Minus One, which most fans, including me, love. I have recently had an uptick in interest in kaiju, and am wondering if you could do a Fantastic Four of essential kaiju films for a newbie. It is okay if all are Godzilla, and if the list includes minus one. Thanks. I'm a super fan of Two Worlds and have listened to all 306 episodes to date. And Dan, we can't thank you enough for that. I
Yeah.
think that is
We're
absolutely amazing.
we're a super fan of you for that.
Absolutely. Um, okay. So Casey, I'll do mine and then just let
Yeah, I was
Casey
gonna say
take
I
it
was gonna
away.
let you go first because like I have the most fucking autistic answer you can get for this.
All right. Here's the thing though, is I would not consider myself the biggest kaiju movie watcher. So I'm basically just going to give you my four favorites. That doesn't necessarily mean they're the best for a newbie. Um, but I would say when I watched all of these, I was also a newbie and still came away enjoying them. So the first one I'm going to say is -1. I think whether you're a Godzilla fan or not, that's just a good fucking movie. Um, One that's a little bit older that I really liked, Pacific Rim. So that counts, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That was one, that would be one for like a, I would say for newbies is a really good like gateway drug
Yeah.
movie.
Um, and then the others are Godzilla movies. The one is King of the Monsters. I just really liked that movie. I thought that was a killer movie.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just had a great time watching that one in theaters. And then for one of my favorite older Godzilla movies, my favorite Godzilla character is King Ghidorah, and I it took me a few minutes to decide which one I wanted to say here, but I think I'm gonna go with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. I think that one's just fun because that one also has Mecha King Ghidorah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And a
What?
weird incest subplot though.
Yeah, yeah. And then on top of that being just a fun movie, I think it has the absolute coolest Godzilla movie poster of all time. And I'll say probably a top five movie poster of all time. I think
Dude,
it's out of this fucking world.
it's great, but I will say like the guy I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head, but they commissioned him to do all of the Heisei movie posters. All of them are fucking A tier.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. If you ever get a chance, just look at the Heisei. And I think he even did some of the Millennium era posters too. And the dude's just fucking
And
amazing.
I've got some of those on shirts just because they're
Yeah.
so good. But just the way all three of Ghidorah's heads are wrapped around Godzilla, shooting, that energy or fire out. I mean, it's just so good.
Gravity beams.
Fucking dweeb.
Okay, so for me, if I was gonna say like just the Godzilla movies that are like just solid just Godzilla, I'd say like, you have to check out 1954. So that's the first Godzilla one. Watch the Japanese version because like the Raymond Burr one, it takes away a lot. It's got a lot of scenes they just shoehorn Raymond Burr in, and you get like the backs of people's heads that are like part of the movie because they're like, we have to have Raymond Burr talk, being talked to, and it's whatever. It's really not necessary. But the original 1954 one's really really good. It's if you're okay with like old movies, check it out for sure. And then my Godzilla -1 goes along with that really well because there's a lot of different things that happen in the original that -1 also does, but like kind of from a different perspective, which makes it even, neater too. Shin Godzilla is another one that I would also put in this category of like just really good movies that I think anyone could watch and should watch. And with the Godzillas, and then I'm trying to think of another one. Probably Godzilla. It'd be Return of Godzilla or Godzilla 1984, I think. That one's another one that's just really, really good. Recommend it just to watch as a movie. And then to get like my favorites though, I would say like either Godzilla vs. the Astro Monster or King Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. King Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's awesome. You have Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla all fighting King Ghidorah in it. It's also got like outside of like the weird like where the hell are these people supposed to be from type stuff because like this random country with a queen that loses her memory crashes on her crashes back to earth from riding on a plane and like all the people in her kingdom are dressed in like William Shakespeare outfits. You're like what the fuck where are they from? But she then like there's like a little love story between her and the cop that saves her. And like Ishiro Honda was like, I really love this Aubrey Hepburn movie, so he's took like ideas from the ending of that Audrey Hepburn movie and put it into his kaiju movie, which is like a weird crossover. But that one's really good. And then Invasion of the Astro Monster is like one of my favorite movies, let alone favorite Godzilla movies. So I put those in like the same tier. Um, and then I'm trying to think of another. I would say a GMK since you've seen 98. It's technically 98 is technically in the same universe as GMK, and also if you've read Godzilla versus Thor, those are all in the same continuity because like there's a part in GMK where they mention like, oh yeah, we thought Godzilla appeared in New York, but that was just some dumb animal. You know, they're basically just shitting on 98. So like you can watch those together and be like, oh yeah, that's funny. Um, and then I'll say Final Wars if you just want something really stupid. Final Wars is just a ton of fun to watch, and I like the first Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Those ones are really weird though, because there's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in the Showa era, and then there's Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is a sequel to that. And then there's in the Heisei era, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, which has no connection to the first two Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla movies. And then there's Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, which again, no connection to any of these other past ones. It's confusing, but I really like the first Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It's got like Mechagodzilla has the best soundtrack, like or theme song. It's like this weird jazz stuff where you're like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they using this? And you're like, by the end of it, you're like snapping your finger, like, oh, this is fucking dope. And then like non-kaiju, Godzilla kaiju ones, I would go with this movie. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you'd really like this. It's called Kaiju Mono. This weird director who makes these like kind of silly movies. He did this giant monster one where you can like monsters are real in this world, and there's this one that's terrorizing this town, and this scientist who is like identifies as a sailor scout basically. Like he thinks he's like a teenage girl. He then has this guy transform into a puts on this underwear and he transforms into this giant pro wrestler, and it's like an actual pro wrestler though, like when he transforms and then does all this crazy stuff, and then later on he turns into a different pro wrestler. It's really funny, really good. And then I'm a big Gamera fan, so I would recommend Gamera the Brave. That's like to me the perfect combination of the Heisei era Gamera movies and then also the Showa era Gamera movies because there's like the kiddie fun stuff, but also there's a little bit of darkness, a little bit of seriousness to it too. So you get the best of both worlds. And if you like that, then you could go back and check out the Showa era Gameras, which some are fucking rough to watch, but some of them are really, really good. And then the Heisei ones are all for the most part really good, but they lose a lot of the childlike charm. And then the first Mothra movie is real good too if you ever get a chance to watch that. They came out the Steelbook. I know Jake got the Steelbook. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it's real good. So he's nodding his head, which is great for an audio podcast.
I don't want to interrupt.
And then um I think that was my third for my third Fantastic Four. Um I know I had another one. Oh, the Shin series. So like I know I said Shin Godzilla earlier, but Shin Ultraman, it's really good. It's a little bit more out there, and it's very much like the show. So like if you watch Shin Ultraman and you're like, I'm kind of into this, you would like Ultraman because he basically just condensed like the whole first series of Ultraman into a movie, and it's again really really great. So those would be you know the start of it all.
Yeah, hope that wasn't too much info thrown at you, Dan.
Hope you were taking notes.
All right. Well, that's pretty much the episode.
Yeah, leave some recommendations down below. Like if you have a random kaiju movie that you think people should check out or anything like that. Um, Let us know any books you read. Should Scrubs cast be a thing? Just let us know those little things.
Yeah. Or you don't have to. All right, guys. Well, we would love to stay in chat, but I've got some daddy issues that only Casey can solve. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com. And if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.